Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurrect Autos HQ. Today guys, it's Monday morning and I hope you had a good weekend. I did, it was very, very nice, just chilled out. I did come in here Saturday, I've got to admit, I did come in here for a few hours in the morning, Saturday morning. I will run through what I've done on the Peugeot, which what we're doing today, the Rex to Riches 2009 Peugeot. I want to crack on today with the timing belt, the water pump, the servicing, just go all over the whole car as much as I can today. And yeah, I'll show you in a minute what I got up to, at what stage. So that's that. What else? It's going to be a very, very busy week this week, guys. Again, it's got so much going on. I'm looking at more cars. I'm trying to push them out. I'm trying to get some cars finished. So yeah, and it's my birthday week. This week is my birthday week. So yeah, a lot going on, and a lot to sort out. And yeah, and it's Easter coming up. This weekend is Easter weekend, or the weekend after Easter. So yeah, very busy this week. So let's do this. So guys, just before I show you what I got up to on Saturday, I just want to show you these wheels on this other Peugeot that I've done the refurb on the wheels on. They're looking amazing, as you expect, because obviously I've done the refurb and they, you know, they're looking brand new, which is what I wanted. That's exactly what I wanted. We've still got to do some work on this car, as you know. We've got to pull that out and stuff and have a play with that. I've got to do the other side. So, you know, this is going to we'll probably jump on this tomorrow, to be honest with you, this one. Yeah, we'll probably jump on it tomorrow because I had some deliveries on Saturday and I was waiting for two things, wasn't I? Last week, I was waiting for two items to come through and they're both here. This is the first one I was waiting for. So it's the alloy wheel filler. You can see it there. And it's specifically for alloy wheels, you can see. So I can get on and fill these parts here, bits and pieces. There's a little dip here I want to fill that as well. And where else? There's a couple of other bits. I was around here. There's a scratch there. I don't want to go too far deep with that, so I might just put a little bit of filler in there. But yeah, this was the main wheel with the main issue. And this is the wheel, is reason why I did the rest, basically because of this wheel. So yeah, we'll get into that tomorrow. I'll probably fill it today, to be honest with you. I'll fill it today and then it's ready to rub down and prep tomorrow. All dry. This turned up as well. This is obviously, I'll explain to you, it is a welder. So now we can do a pull-in. We can weld these pins to the metal, take them back, and it comes with all different types of, you know, adaptions and bits and pieces, and you know, I've got to work out how to use it basically, and but I'm sure I'm gonna have fun doing this, guys. Yeah, so we'll probably jump on that tomorrow, because you know, we're working on this car. We can do a bit around here. So tomorrow, guys, we can start welding some bits and pieces on and pull them out, and let's see if this if I can do it or not. Yeah, you will see tomorrow. But yeah, that wheel's obviously done. I put that one on, and this is the one I put the spare wheel on so I can maneuver the car about whilst we're waiting for the filler and that wheel to be done, which is what is here now. So yeah, it's fantastic. I think this welding gun is, or you know, spot welder, I think it is. You know, welding for pulling out dents. I think it's going to be, yeah, a great addition to the garage and the workshop. I'm going to use this so much now, to be honest with you. The only thing about it, obviously, you've got to grind the paint back to bare metal, which means then you've got to do the painting. You know, sometimes you can get it done. Like a dent guy can come over and he can do it without rubbing that down and without removing the paint, and it's paint It's paintless dent removal thing, and he pulls it out. I've got my own one of them things, but it don't seem to ever really sort of, you know, it does all right, but it's never really great. You've got to keep working at it. But yeah, there we go. I thought I'd get this, and it'd be a great thing for the shop, and it'll be nice to use. You can see me using it. It's really heavy duty slide hammer, so that's good. That's really heavy. So yeah, there we go. I've got my bits and pieces. We can crack on now with this one tomorrow. But let me just show you what I did on Saturday morning. So, managed to get the car and the suspension side of it running and connected properly. So let me just show you that first. So a lot of you were saying about this bolt here. It definitely needs to go in from the top, because if the bolt for underneath ever comes down, the bolt is still in place and it won't drop out, and it won't cause an accident basically if this arm sort of collapses or drops out. So as you can see, I've managed to get it in there first. What I did actually was I had to strip the whole thing down again, put that side in first, let me put that there, put this one in first, then flick it in, then put that one in over there, and then put the lower ball joint in under there afterwards. So yeah, it was a lot of messing around, but it's done now, it's sorted. Whilst I was doing it, I've done the brake pads. You can see them, new brake pads there. Yeah, whilst I had it all apart, I thought, you know what, whilst I got it all apart, I might as well just build it back up the way it needs to be built back up, and that's what I did. You can see that it's got like a, you know, drop links already been changed, it's new. The springs are new as well, you can see them up there, look, they're all new. So that's good, someone's already replaced them. And yeah, I've started to, I put the new battery in, because I was moving it around. Obviously we'll take that back out if I need to get into that area. Oil filter is out, you're sitting down there, you can see. So that's the oil filter out, and that's sitting over there. What else? I haven't touched none of this other end yet, because this is obviously the timing belt side. We'll be doing this today and stripping it all down. So yeah, we're going to start moving that and stripping all that down today, but I just wanted to sort of get a head start, drop the oil as well, you can see there, drop the oil from underneath. I've done the water as well, we've dropped the water down. I've took the inner wheel arch out, so I can sort of get to the belt and the lower crank bolt there. It's pretty much the same as all the other timing belts I've done, to be honest with you. If you look through that pulley, you can see little grooves. Well, on one of those grooves, there's like just a hole, just a round hole, and that round hole is what you use to lock it. So yeah, it's going to be, I think it's going to be more or less the same as what all the others. There is an oil leak. I've cleaned it all up, and I think it's coming from a bolt which is behind that pulley. We'll get to that, and I'll show you that further in today's video. But yeah, for now, that's where we are. It's got a new alternator there as well, so that's good. But I have got the whole kit. So I've got water pump timing belt, oil filter, the other side for the brake pads. I've got a Dayco auxiliary belt as well to match the Dayco timing belt, and an air filter as well. So there we go. You know, we can get cracking. Yeah, let's get cracking. I'm knackered already. It's only like 8 o'clock. I've got to drop the black Vauxhall Corsa with the rear end damage. That's being dropped at the body shop later on the trailer. So yeah, I've got to go and do that in a bit. Oh, what a busy day. Anyway, I wouldn't have it any other way, guys. It's just I'd rather be mentally busy than no work, or no, really slow or quiet. I'd rather it this way, definitely. So let me set you up and let's do this. Right, guys, I just want to quickly cut in here because I started doing little bits and pieces. Like I started the oil filter, so that's back in place. Put that back in on, tighten that back on. Then started to move around to this side, starting to strip this down, get myself ready, get my tools, get my bits and pieces. And obviously the first part is obviously removing the top case on the timing belt, which what I just did. And I found, I don't know if you can see that belt is like brand new. Like there's no marks whatsoever on that belt. This has actually been done recently. Looking at the state of the belt in there, there is no marks on it. And then I started looking around thinking, well, they've done the alternator down there. Surely, well, you'd think that they've done the aux belt as well. And then looking down onto the aux belt down there, let me try and get you a bit closer. That belt is a Daco belt. That auxiliary belt is a Daco belt, which means it's been changed, guys. So, yeah, great news. Fantastic news. This has already been done. I've got no sort of doubts that this has been done. I've checked the belt. It's there's no marks on it. I can't believe it. So that kit is going back. Right, it's going back. That belt's going back. Auxiliary belt, Daco. There's no point holding on to it. Let's get rid of it. And then it takes it off the price that we've got in this car. But what a result. I can't believe it. And if anyone, obviously, once I get to the point where I'm selling the car and the person wants to have a look at what I've done on the car, they can look at this video and then have the confidence to look at that and go, yeah, that belt looks really good. That's done. Auxiliary belt, yeah, that's done. Been changed. And yeah, they can have a look at the video and for evidence. That's what it's about. It's proving what's been done and what ain't been done. And you can clearly see it there, guys. It's brand new. There's not a mark on that belt. I'm going to turn it a few times. I'll put it on the crank at the bottom. I'll turn it a few times to see if I can get the actual markings on the actual writing. But I'm expecting it to be, yeah, all there and perfect. So, yeah, I will do that. But what a result. I can't believe it. I haven't got to take this whole engine apart on this side and spend days doing it. It can just be, yeah, it could just be left. But that's the whole point of doing this, isn't it? Is to start the check. So in hindsight, I should have checked it before I bought it or, purchased it. So it's just one of them things. But yeah, great news. Fantastic. I'm well chuffed for that. So literally all I've got to do now is see where the leak's coming from, because there is an oil leak down there, and there's a bolt, like a round bolt on the side of the engine block. And I think that's come loose. It just needs a quick tighten up. I've done this before, and you nitch it up a little bit, and it solves it. We have got an oil leak over here, so I've got to see what's going on, because obviously there's some sort of split or something's going on over here, because there's oil over this side. We've got to do the air filter, got to fill up the coolant, and then just, yeah, that's that's it. That's kind of it on this side of it. Just, my normal bits and pieces, my cleaning, my checks and all that sort of stuff. But what a result that timing belt's been done. Yeah, I'm well happy with that. Well chuffed. Wow. Okay, cool. So, let me crack on, guys. Let me do all the other bits and pieces I want to do on this. And then I'm going to move you around to the other side. So, let's do this. Right, okay guys, just want to quickly cut in there, just to let you know what I was doing there. So basically, done the fuel filter, which is at the back there. And then with this one, you don't have to fill it up with fuel and put it back. There's a separate prime pump, which is just here. And then you just once you've put the new one in, you just keep pushing the prime pump until it starts to get solid and hard, this pump, which is getting hard. I can feel it, and I can feel it push through as well. So I will check to make sure it starts with the fuel filter changed, but I need to put some oil in it first. So I'll leave that for a second. You can see I'm sort of cleaning it this way, sort of this part of it, this half is completely sort of clean and tidy. So I'm moving myself this way and just cleaning as I go. I still want to try and get these headlights done on this one. So we'll be doing that at some point as well. But I'm gradually working my way this way. I've done the cabin filter as well. In there you can see, little new. So what I did was I got the company to bring me a fuel filter, cabin filter, and then they took back the timing belt, water pump kit, and auxiliary belt. So they took that back, and I've got a return for those parts. So yeah, slowly moving across and get it cleaned. But we need to carry on, and just keep getting it done, get the oil in, and then we can go for a start up, and then bleed the coolant through as well, because obviously I've drained the coolant, and it was crap as well, that coolant. It's just like more or less just like water. There's no pink in it at all. So I'm glad I took it out anyway, because it just looks horrible. That looks so much better. What else? The other thing I want to do in this car as well, guys, is, and I've already started it, I've took the drums off the back. And as you can see, I'm just sort of going to be cleaning them up, making sure that they spin freely. And then try and put some behind these pads here. There's like 6 points, 3 points each side on each pad, and then that they sort of touch. There's like a metal touch pad. So I want to put a bit of grease behind that as well. Brake cleaner, clean it all up. Just make sure that they're working freely, and then grease up the parts. So yeah, that's also what we're going to do. This car is filthy. This car is so dirty. I just can't. I hate working in a car like this. It needs to be cleaned. I've got to get this clean. But yeah. Anyway, I'll get there. Oh, I'm knackered. I'm tired already. So let me set you up, guys. Let's crack on. I want to keep going. I want to get all this part of it done. Get the oil with it. Get all the servicing part of it done. And then bang, we can start it up and test it, all that sort of stuff, and then just start the cleaning process of it. I've also got to do the pads on this side. I haven't done that yet. And I want to see if I can get to that bolt that's underneath there. That's, I think, was causing the oil leak. It normally does on these cars. I've done a lot of research on it. And I've come across this one before. And like I said to you, there's a bolt on the side of the block. And it needs a little tighten up. And it should stop the oil from coming out. Yeah. I don't know if it's got a copper washer behind there or what it is, but it just needs a little bit of a tweak to tighten back up. But we are definitely getting there, and I've saved so much time not doing that timing belt, water pump, and all that sort of side of it. And hopefully, try and get this through the MOT this week, and up for sale by the end of the week. Today's Monday. Let's see if we can get it up for sale by the end of the week. That'd be fantastic. So let's crack on. Let's do this. Right, guys, I just want to cut in there quickly, just explain what I'm doing. As you can see, I've got the jack under the actual engine. I've undone the bolts on the engine mount because I want to get to that bolt that I was talking to you about on the side of the engine. And basically, it's in there. So if I pull this out and show you where it is, you can, oh, let me get this out of the way. So this is what I'm using, this, and I'm trying to get it. I've had to, because basically the actual bolt itself is higher than this leg. This is this leg here. So the bolt was up there. So what I was trying to do was, well, I have done, drop the engine down in line, so the bolt is now in line with this gap here. So I can get, and that's where it is. You can just see it. Let me just take it in a bit. It's there. And that's what leaks oil. Yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare to get to. You can see that it's like, you see the oil dropping down at the bottom part of it. So over time, that's got, obviously, yeah, it's just kept dripping, got worse and worse, and that is what the oil was all over this was all about. So yeah, that's why I had to do that. But I put that in now, gave it a slight turn, and it has notched it up a little bit. So hopefully that's going to solve the problem. and that'll be the end of the oil leak. It normally is, to be honest with you. It just wants a little tweak, and it does it up, and there we go. So yeah, I just wanted to explain what was going on, because obviously, you know, you could see me doing the jack and dropping it engine down and stuff, but that's that part done. You know, I'm happy to move on, put it all back together, and then crack on now, guys. So yeah, let me put it all back together, put the engine mount back on, support that, get that jack away, and then we can, we've got to do this side of the brakes, so braking system, so we'll do this, and at the same time we'll check to see, obviously, because that isn't new, that shock. So what they've done is they've just changed one side, so I've got to check to make sure it's not snapped or broken, which it ain't. It's still in the right position, so that's good. So that don't need changing. But we'll sort out the brakes, change the pads, have a look at that, clean it all up, and then yeah, just keep going and keep moving on. So I'll set you up again. Let's do this. Right, guys, so, yep, as you just saw there, sorry, I'm knackered, get my breath back. So, yep, all the engine is back together, the engine mounts all back on, in place, the belt is going to be put back on, the auxiliary belt, so that's all done. I topped up the washer jet fluid, window wipers, that's all been filled up, ready. I've done the brakes, you saw me do that. So new brake pads, took them off, cleaned them up, cleaned all this up, make sure that it was all tidy, nice and neat. My normal stuff really that I do, ready for an MOT. And then the wheel arch back in place, and that's done. I have put some oil in, but I just want to keep checking, do you know what I mean? There's the level, because I have been running it for a couple of minutes each time at the minute. And I've been testing, obviously, the lights. You see me do the lights. Again, it's just the normal a normal thing for an MOT. Checks really that I normally go through the cars, and then just go over the cars, just checking bits and pieces. Even I think even that's a fail if that's not working. MOT, I believe. So yeah, obviously I'm going to check the coolant as well, make sure I get that into the right temperature, and then obviously I'll get the level right, make sure the oil is up to level as well. It's pretty good, to be honest with you. I think it wants a little bit more. I'm going to probably put a little bit more in there, that one. So, but you know, it's looking clean, it's looking tidy, the engine bay. Still got to do the outside. Let me just turn this off a minute and then I'll explain what I did the other side. So on the other side, I took the inner wheel arch off, and I don't know if you remember rightly, but there was this was all dented in inwards, and as you can see, it's all been pushed back out. So yeah, it was mainly sort of here really, see where all the scratches are, but that's where it was mainly, and I'm still going to go over it with a flat and polish as well, just to get out as many scratches and make this car you know, sparkling and shiny as best I can, considering the age. So yeah, but we are getting there, guys. Just going through all the process, going through all the motions, and slowly we'll sort of get this back on the road. But this was a very dirty, filthy car, so it needed some love and attention, and some Resurrect love and attention. But I want to take you back to the back a minute where I showed you the rear drums. So yeah, I've just obviously on this one I just wanted to sort of check to make sure that, you know, the actual rear drums are you know, okay. Looks like there's plenty of sort of pads on there, you know. I've only been looking online on the forums and on some YouTube videos about what they should be like and what should look out for, how to service them and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I've done at the minute. I've you know, just a brake cleaner and bits and pieces, and just wanted to sort of check to see if they're looking okay. It does actually, you know, don't look that bad. I think at some point I'm going to have to sort of get into removing all these sort of springs and sort of bits and pieces and removing all these things. But I'll be honest with you, if I take it apart and if it happens and I can't put it back, then yeah, I'm pretty much screwed really. So I'm a little bit nervous, I've got to be honest. Don't know why. I suppose because there's so many elements to the braking the drums system. But I think once you've done one or two, it's like anything. You don't do one or two, and then it comes sort of normal, and yeah, it just becomes easier. So I will. Don't get me wrong, guys. I will get into it, and I will start doing these rear brake drums, and just checking to see if everything's okay. Clean them all up. I'll take God, that is a heavy drum, and I'll clean all this up inside here. Check make sure the bearing is okay. So yeah, that's where we are. Right, let me set you up. Let's keep going. Let's do this. Right, guys, so that is all back together. It feels a lot more smoother as well. So I think it's a case of just, yeah, it feels really nice. No resistance there. There's nothing like that at all. So I'll do the other side as well. Exactly the same. Just give it a clean up, take the drum off, and have a little look inside, see what's going on. But yeah, it's just all these little bits and pieces that makes it a lot better, you know. I've got a little dink here. I don't know if I've been trying to wipe it away to see how bad it is. It's very minimal, really. It's tiny. But there's a few scratches. I can't see because of the dirt. I need to get these wheels back on. Get it cleaned. I think that's what we'll do on the next episode of this Rex to Riches Car Free. Is basically just get the wheels back on and then start cleaning the car inside and out, and then having a real go at it, ready for the MOT, and then see what else needs doing. So, yeah, I need to have a tidy up. I hate working like this. Even this really it's messy to me, but I bet it's not to other people. But to me, this is messy. I just like to stay tidy as I go. That way, it doesn't build up when you're working away and stuff like that. But yeah, considering I've been here nearly 2 years now, and I've had the ramp. I don't know. I must have had that ramp 8 months. Must be. I've not made that much mess. You can see a little bit down here, a little bit of dirt, and every now and then I'll get the brake cleaner down here and wipe the floor. People must think I'm mad. Yeah, it's just OCD. I just want to stay clean all the time. And trust me, I'm not doing it for the camera. Trust me, it is the way I am. Yeah. So, guys, listen, that's going to be the end of today's video. Tomorrow, we're on this, okay? And I'm going to get the welder out, and we're going to start pulling this car. So that'll be an interesting one, because I've never done it before, and I want to see how well this come out. This actual seal can be pulled out. Like that. I'm just assuming that that's what a body shop would use. There's all different types of sort of welders and pullers and stuff like that. There's all different types, makes and models, and you could spend hundreds or you could spend thousands on different type of machines and stuff. But let's see, how good I can get it on that one. So that's tomorrow's video. But for today, that's going to be the end of it, guys. I've done loads on this one. It's really sort of moving along pretty quick because of that timing belt. What a result, I tell you. Not doing that timing belt and water pump. Probably, the water pump I'm not sure about because I didn't get that far into it. But because the timing belt's been done, you just assume, and I am just assuming that the water pump was done. So, yeah, it's not leaking. There's no water coming out. It's not leaking. So, technically, it should be okay just to leave, That's what it is at the end of the day. So, that's where we are. I've checked all the lights and, I've just started to do my MOT checks, making sure the lights are all working. And they do all work fine. The reversing ones, the brake lights, they're all there. They all work and they all work as they should. This one here, this light here was a little bit on and off. So I think I'm going to pull that down and see if there's anything that I can check. Window wipers, the blades, they might need a clean. The last MOT advisory was for this side's window wiper. So we might have to look at doing that. I'll tell you why it's doing that, because it's not, the whole thing's not touching the window. It's only touching in the very centre there. As it goes up and down, it's only touching there. It's not touching all the way along. So, yeah. The other one is, but this one is not touching all the way along. So that's probably why it's not clearing the screen, all the way across and accurately. So I might have to change that. And then we'll, in the next video, we'll do the lights, we'll clean the car, we'll clean it inside out, and we'll start making this car look and, really, really nice. And then we'll have a look at the bodywork to see if there's any other sort of dings and donks we need to get out, scratches or whatever, and just get it ready, just doing the process. We're going through the motions, and I'm doing my normal stuff on the cars, but this one seems to be going really quick. Really quick. Anyway, that's enough waffling. Thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate the support, every single one of you. Don't forget, give the video a thumbs up. That helps. Drop me a comment, guys, if you've got anything to say on today's video or anything else that I'm doing. And hopefully the guys that keep messaging me about doing the brake drums at the back, I think they're the brake drums police. Keep messaging me. Why don't I do the brake drums? Why don't I look at the brake drums? Well, hopefully they won't say that anymore. Anyway, that's it, guys. Take care. Thanks very much for watching. See you soon.